What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today we're here to talk about Angel Death episode 2. And yeah, it's been a minute. I think it's been like a week since I dropped a video. You know, I've just been in chill mode. And it's probably not the end of the chill mode either. I don't really plan on doing anything else till Attack on Titan comes out. What is it, Sunday now? We'll just have to see. Whatever day it comes out, it will be a live reaction for that. But again, you know, your boy just been on chill mode. Take some time reflecting. And I looked at things and I was like, you know what, it's been too long since I talked to my people. So let me go ahead, let me talk about this episode of Angels of Death, episode 2, because I really was just going to wait till 3 and give you guys a drop or not type of thing. But let's go ahead and get it in because I can't go too long without giving you guys content. I just feel bad. But anyway, if you guys have been with my channel for a while now, you already know what I'm going to say about episode 2 because episode 2 always follows the same format. The second episode of any series is always the episode where they take a step back, they kind of start building the world up, and you start to get to know more of the characters and you know what's going on with the series and the people and their motivations and things like that. And it was no different with Angels of Death episode 2. We actually saw a little bit more of the comedic side of things in this episode with Zack and Rachel as their relationship is beginning to form. As we saw at the end of episode 1, Rachel wants Zack to kill her. So, you know, that's a little bit dark and deep, but it was just the way that it was executed in this episode to kind of lighten up the mood of a very serious tone that we got in episode 1. As we can see, they're going to start to form a team with Rachel being the brains and Zack no doubt being the brawn, since he's clearly the dunce in this one. He might be a little bit cunning, but when it comes to just straight up strategy, when it comes to thinking things through, that's where Rachel's going to shine through on this team. But Rachel wants Zack to kill her, but not without some flack from him. He was like, "You what? No, I don't have time to deal with a crazy bitch like you. I'm out of here." And I'm looking like, are you kidding me? That's a pot calling the kettle black. How are you gonna call somebody crazy? You're the one running around with a bloody scythe and bandages on your face. So yeah, that was pretty funny too. But it was just a funny moment to see that this series isn't completely, you know, dark and grim. There are going to be little comedic things like that between Zack and Rachel, and you're going to need that because if it's just too much darkness, if it's too much despair, and this is based off a video game after all, you know, you might begin to, you know, just feel a little bit down when you're watching it. And you know, of course it is a horror series, but you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of that brightness, even though these characters are twisted, to make things just come off a little bit better. We got to know a little bit more about Zack, not too much, but we just learned little tidbits about him as whoever's running this building that they're in, they clearly have some type of plan. And as a matter of fact, Zack says the only reason that he's there is because someone promised him that he can kill whoever he wants. So that's why he's there. And also we found out that his real name is Isaac Foster. So perhaps Zack is just a persona. Perhaps this is somebody that he made up within his own mind, or maybe this is why he wear the badges to, in a way, in a symbolic way, to kind of conceal his identity or show that he's a new person, because we know Rachel don't exactly remember what happened to her, and maybe the same thing is going on with Zack as well. And you know, Rachel's obsession with dying, I feel that as we go along, Zack is going to begin to care about her a little bit more. We're going to see a little bit more of a softer side. Like right now, you know, you saying, I don't have time to deal with you. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to kill you when we get out of here. That's the deal, right? But I don't know, it just feels like it's just little things there that's going to show that he's going to see her more as a partner, or more even as a friend, as things are going to go along, and he's going to become more of a protector versus, you know, just a straight up stone cold sadistic killer that we see him as. I can definitely see that coming. And speaking of seeing things coming, again, because this is based off of a video game, you know, it is an RPG. The part where they were in the room where, you know, Rachel was like, we need to find a switch to get out this door. And they started looking at the gravestones. I just automatically said, you know, my senses just kicked in that they're going to have to destroy those stones in order to find a switch to get through. Pretty interesting that the graves of both Zack and Rachel was there. So again, going back to whoever's overseeing this whole thing, or at the very least the floor master, has done their homework on these two to actually have the files on Rachel, to have the files on Zack. And we got a little story with Zack as well, where he was talking about, you know, back he was out there on the streets killing people. It was a girl who lied and said that she wasn't scared of him, only so she would be safe, you know, that she that he wouldn't kill her, and he was like, oh, I'm lying. Now, they did cut away when he did lift up his sight to kill her, so maybe he didn't. I mean, maybe there's something within Zack where he isn't this killer that we think. He may be just killing to survive because he knows that's what he has to do. That remains to be seen, but just like I was saying that he's probably going to become a protector to Rachel, there's definitely more that meets the eye to Zack, and I can't wait to dive in that to see where it is, because I got a feeling he's not really that bad of a guy. Of course, the highlight of the episode was how happy Zack was to destroy those gravestones as he was just banging through, and again, the brains and the Brawn factor coming in, where Rachel was like, if you hit that thing with your scythe, it's going to break, you idiot. But he didn't care. He just started rampaging and tearing things up while she was looking around. She was like, oh my God, what's that noise? But it looks like at the end of the episode, we see somebody with kind of a scarecrow or a pumpkin head type of persona who is waiting on Zack and Rachel at the end. So he's no doubt the floor boss, just like the dude with the eyeballs last week was the floor boss that they were on now. Definitely could see the game elements coming in with this series with a different adversary to face on each floor. You know, the discovery and finding things, finding switches and ways to enter the door, you know, having to go into the water and find switches there. Just building the trust between Zack and Rachel as they try to get out of this building. And you know, the series is pretty good. You know, for a second episode, it was a pretty nice showing. It was an okay episode. It took the time to slow down, build a buddying relationship, and this is what episodes 2 do. Again, the episode 2 are to like build a world and just kind of get you relaxed and get into what you're getting into for the series. Biggest takeaway is that Zack becoming a protector. I mean, I will say that again. He is going to be a completely different character by the end of this. He may still have that, you know, crazy nature to him because that's just his character. That's what makes him great. His voice, the way he laughs and everything about it is what I like. And as we begin to learn more and more about Rachel, I think we're going to see a completely different side of her. We're going to see a completely different side of Zack too. And I think it's going to be the opposite of what we think for each one. Because, come on, it's 100% that Rachel probably killed her parents. That's why she's there. And maybe the twist is that she didn't and somebody else did it. Maybe it's going to be the floor boss, you know, looking at some of the promotional material, looking at some of the, you know, art and stuff that we have for this series. It's definitely going to be more characters coming into play, so it's going to be interesting when we finally do get into it. So episode 2 overall, it was a fine episode. Angels of Death still being one of the strongest series that come out in a very struggling summer, because the things that I really want to sit down and talk to you guys about, which is series of the Jaeger and Baki, which I enjoy very much, are pigeonholed by Netflix. So, you know, you have to rely on fan subs and unreliable times for them to come out. That's why I want to bring content for those, but I can't. But if I can't get those two, in Hanibado, I like Hanibado, but I don't know, it's just a little bit too slice of life for me. Not to say I haven't covered slice of life because of Orange, and things ain't really interesting with that too, but again, I gotta get done relaxing. Let me get back into the groove. Attack on Titan will definitely do that. So let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. Are you guys still with this series? Are you gonna give it the 3rd episode test? Have you already dropped it? Definitely can't wait to see what you guys think about it next week and my thoughts on it as well, because episode 3 is always a make or break, and we got an odd number of episodes of this series. I think it's 16, so it's gonna go over into the fall. So if you like this video, go ahead and drop me a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. And please, please, please hit that bell so you guys don't get shafted on my videos. I found out that's what's happening. I know it's a lot of views like declining. It's because, you know, YouTube decided to take off the bell notification. So hit that bell so you guys know exactly when I drop a video. You don't have to search for it. You know when I drop one. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.